Did you know that your outfit alone can influence your cognitive abilities? That's right, you can literally dress your way to success.
Who really want it with me? I'm at the top, that's one, not two or three. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable. Let's go. Pick up the pace, pick up the pace, pick up the pace. Go, go. Pick up the pace. Go, go. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
If you are new here, I am so excited to have you. My name is Juliana Zinchenko, and welcome to my sewing school. On this channel, you will find a ton of sewing content, from sew with me videos to sewing tutorials. But as you can tell by this video, my sewing school is not just about sewing. It is about elegance, confidence, womanhood, and part of being a woman is recognizing the power of your clothing. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we have class next. Like, share, comment, and also let's connect on other platforms. You can find me on Etsy, which is where all of my digital sewing patterns are, and on Instagram at Juliana Zinchenko.
Clothing is more than just decoration for the body or protection from the elements. Clothes have powers over your mind.
I like to work smarter, not harder. I will always try to find the most efficient way to get something done, or to get rid of an old habit, or to start a healthy one in order to become the woman I'm trying to be. No matter what it is, there is always a way to make something easier for you. As I've grown older, I'm more aware of the fact that the most valuable asset I have as a woman in her 20s is time. Not even a billionaire in his 80s can buy the time I have in front of me right now. So I've started to explore ways that I can protect my time by, like I said, making things more efficient. For example, when I started to notice that I had a bit of a social media addiction, I knew something had to be done. But it was a habit of mine, and breaking it would be hard, right? No. I switched the settings in my phone so that everything would be in black and white. This way, my brain does not get the dopamine hit it does when my phone is in color. And I tell you, in one day, my social media usage went down by nearly 50%. One day. That's all it took. One day. My brain just started associating my phone with something that was boring. So it didn't feel like it was a hard habit that I needed to break. I just wasn't interested in my phone anymore. I didn't spend any of my brain power trying to break this habit all on my own. I just hacked my brain. This way, I preserved my energy for more important things in my life. I can't imagine how long it would have taken me to kill this social media addiction of mine if I would have just been sitting there every single day being like, don't on your phone, don't on your phone, don't on your phone. If you don't believe me, believe this user Reddit who describes how much his life has changed since he switched his phone to grayscale.
Turning on grayscale mode changed everything for me. You probably heard about this before, setting your phone screen to black and white. Basically, you see no other colors but black and white. I discovered this a little while ago, and it literally killed my phone addiction. I never realized how much of a difference colors make when it comes to getting hooked on phone addiction. I still use my phone, but a lot more mindfully. I rarely scroll on social media anymore. When it comes to YouTube, I only use it intentionally, to learn something valuable, for example. The biggest difference that I noticed is that I want to go outside more. Sitting at home is almost unbearable. I literally want to get outside more and appreciate the world around me. It is so much more interesting now. It's crazy. Moreover, if you're struggling with nofap, I'm telling you that watching porn in black and white is almost unwatchable for me, at least. It's like I'm not even interested in doing it anymore.
Do you see how easy making that change was for him when he hacked his brain? This is why I love the power of dressing well. Let's be real, it takes the same amount of time to put on a pair of gray sweatpants than it takes to put on a nice pantsuit. And not only does that nice suit leave a lasting impression on the people around you, it can change the way you behave, think, and feel. I used to wake up every day and put on an athleisure workout outfit. Was I working out every day? No. The outfits were a 4-in-1. They made me look somewhat put together. I felt confident, I was comfortable, and the sets were easy to wear. So what's the problem? Why would I stop wearing something that seems to be working well for me? But the thing is, it wasn't working well for me. I'm a fashion girl. I have been since I was little, and I have a degree in fashion design. And I know that my clothes have a huge impact on the way I feel and act. I noticed during this athleisure phase of mine that these outfits weren't helping when it came to my productivity or in helping me become the woman I want to be.
You're wearing sweatpants. It's Monday. So?
Like I said, I wasn't even working out in these outfits, nor was I getting much done other than the occasional iced coffee run. And then I noticed something. Everyone is dressed this way. I actually think it's pretty rare to see people out on a regular day not in a casual athletic outfit, at least where I live, which is Nashville, Tennessee. So I got serious with myself. Who is the woman I want to be? For me, words come to mind when I think of her. Entrepreneur, classy, elegant, womanly, graceful, strong. With those words, I got to envisioning what this woman does day to day, what she is like and how she dresses. Spoiler alert, she was not wearing athleisure outfits every day. If I want to become the best version of myself, I have to start dressing like her. In doing this, I'm essentially brainwashing myself to become the woman I want to be. Gentry Quinn said, "Fashion is the freedom to be whoever you are or whoever you want to be. You know where you're going. Now you're halfway there." I know it sounds dramatic, but changing my style and dressing well truly changed my life. I'm more productive, I feel more creative and confident. Not only that, I started to realize I was looking at myself in a different lens. I actually started to believe I was the version of my highest self because I started to feel like her. And that feeling had a lot to do with the clothes I was wearing. And I want to highlight the fact that I wasn't waking up every day and putting on a pantsuit or an extravagant silk gown. Some days I was simply putting on a nice button-up, some jeans, and a belt. Just the difference between leggings and jeans is insane. Try it and find out. We've gotten to the point in society where jeans are the new formal pant. Back in times like the 1960s, jeans used to be the casual pant. Basically what I'm saying is all it took is a well-planned out outfit that fit me well and looked nice. It reminds me of this quote I heard one time. Anyone can get dressed up and glamorous, but it is how people dress in their days off that are the most intriguing. What we're talking about here is called enclothed cognition.
So it's a phenomenon that describes the ability of clothes to affect our cognitive process, not our feelings or our moods, although we know that they can do that too, but to actually impact on our mental process.
This is literally science, so if you don't believe me, believe the studies. In a School of Self-Image article written by Tanya Lee, she describes enclothed cognition as the effects of clothing on your mental and emotional processes. Clothing can change how you think, feel, perceive, and understand yourself during situations and experiences. Let's look at an example. A study was done by researchers to see just how much a piece of clothing can change our cognitive abilities. They took two groups of people and had them do the Stroop test. They had one group of people wear lab coats and the other wear their regular street clothes. Why don't we watch the video to see what happens?
He wondered if wearing a doctor's white coat could make you do better on a really complicated attention task, and made half of them put on doctor's white coats.
The Stroop task.
You have to say the color of the text.
Brown, but it's red. I say red.
You're shown the names of different colors printed in various color inks.
Purple, red, green, yellow. Purple, black.
Red, green, yellow. purple, black,
And what Adam
red,
and his team
red,
found was that
blue,
the people in white
green,
coats
Blue.
did way better than the people in street clothes.
The people wearing the lab coat made about half as many errors, suggesting that they were definitely paying more attention.
I really want to know how that works. I mean, why would it be true?
So he tested again, but this time
We described it as a painter's coat.
It's a painter's coat.
and
Purple, black, red,
it had
green,
barely any
blue.
effect at all.
It's not just the material of the clothes themselves, but what the key aspect is that symbolic association with it.
While the doctor's coat symbolized to people attention, focus,
Isn't a painter's coat worn for painting houses?
free,
Creative.
crazy, nuts, doesn't really help much on an attention task.
So it's not just about the clothing itself, it's about the symbolic meaning of the clothing. This is why you feel so much more fierce and put together in a nice suit. Because in your mind, you probably associate suits with confidence. The people that wear suits are usually high achieving, intelligent people. People that are in business, finance, entrepreneurs, lawyers. When you put one on yourself, you start to feel just like those people, which in turn will have you acting like them in no time.
You would walk into that Alette interview confident and poised.
When you think of a lawyer, what do you think? I think smart, sharp, and hardworking. What does a lawyer usually wear? Nice, formal business wear. So your mind will associate those characteristics with that type of clothing.
It wasn't a choice for people to decide, I'm going to concentrate more because I'm wearing this special coat, or I'm in my street clothes, I'm not going to concentrate. It was actually the brain as an unconscious decision maker processing everything it knew about the symbolic meaning of those clothes and then the wearing of them.
There's such a fascinating distinction because we've all experienced the effect of putting on, something that makes you feel good, and then you sort of just assume that you're that better version of yourself. But now there's actually scientific data showing that there is a cognitive effect. You might actually perform better depending on what you wear.
And clothes cognition doesn't just apply when you're trying to be this high-achieving boss babe. I'll give you an example. I used to do Pure Barre classes. If you're unfamiliar with Pure Barre, it's a workout where a lot of the moves are inspired by ballet. I've always been so in awe of ballerinas. They are so feminine and delicate and graceful. I wanted to be like that too. So I wanted to supplement my workout by dressing like a ballerina. I would wear athleisure outfits that were ballerina inspired, and I would put bows in my hair. It made me feel more soft. I'll even dress like a ballerina on the days I'm not working out when I want to feel more girly. Whoever you want to be, try dressing like that person and see how it works out. This goes for men and women. You want to be a beast in the gym? Start dressing like him. You want to be a boxer? Start dressing like one. You want to be the top of your class? Start dressing like you are. As Edith Head said, you can have anything you want in life if you dress for it.
Really interesting study where people split into two groups. One group was wearing a Superman t-shirt, and the other group was simply wearing the same colours in a t-shirt but without the logo. And they were set various tasks, and some of them were anticipation tasks. So what they found was, in the group that were wearing the Superman t-shirt, their anticipation of their ability to, for instance, lift heavier weights was higher. They believed that they could, oh no, actually I could lift that, I could do that. Then the people in the ordinary t-shirt chose lower weights as their optimum weight.
I mean, I'm an avid runner, and the thing with running now are these like carbon plates in your running shoes. It's meant to make you go faster, and I've gotten faster since I've gotten the shoes, and I've also, I think, been willing to also push myself harder than I did before because I know I have this tech in my shoes. So, I think there's an element of, both there, right?
Yeah, agreed, totally.
Some would argue, why do I need to dress well every day? For your future.
If you dress well and it improves your cognitive abilities, think about where you'll be in 5 or 10 years versus if you wear athletic wear every day. In The Psychology of Fashion by Carolyn Mayer, she explores this idea further. If we believe in the symbolic meaning of the clothing, for example, that wearing red makes us more attractive, we can actually feel more attractive and therefore be perceived as more attractive by observers.
Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
This finding has been supported by researchers who found that red-colored clothing influenced subconscious perceptions of dominance in a simulated sports context for both the person wearing red and the observer, regardless of whether they were men or women. Simply viewing red on oneself or others has been found to increase appraisals of aggressiveness and dominance. In aggressive encounters, humans experience a testosterone surge which produces visible facial reddening. Projecting this to non-human objects, researchers found that wearing red in an aggressive situation such as a sports contest conveys dominance and leads to a competitive advantage. For example, wrestlers wearing red are more likely to win their match. However, the red advantage could be a factor of the referee's perceptual bias towards the color red, according to other researchers. But for now, we turn to clothing in the workplace and find that the advice to dress for the job you want, not the job you have, actually has some scientific grounding. A study found that wearing a formal business suit as opposed to casual clothing enhances abstract cognitive processing and changes how objects, people, and events are construed. Indeed, people who wear formal clothes describe themselves as more competent and rational. Furthermore, what you wear can influence the outcomes of negotiations. When male participants were asked to wear either jogging bottoms or a business suit, before negotiating with a partner wearing their own clothing and unaware of the clothing manipulation, wearing the business suit led to higher testosterone levels and more profitable deals than wearing the jogging bottoms. When I was thinking about the power of clothing, it got me thinking about private school uniforms.
Just put your uniform on.
For someone to spend their whole youth waking up and putting on a nice button-up, nice khakis, or a skirt, and a nice blazer every day had to make an impact on them. I imagined the juxtaposition of me, a public school student, waking up every day and throwing on whatever I wanted, and then a private school kid waking up and putting on their nice, pressed, professional uniform. I was thinking that I wouldn't be shocked that uniforms enhance performance. According to this study, that is true. A study on the website Emerald Insight states that students wearing a uniform listen better with lower teacher waiting times. Uniforms contribute to better discipline in everyday school operations. The findings support that, in general, implementing school uniforms at schools might enhance discipline and allow for better learning. The authors recommend keeping uniforms where they are already used and to consider introducing uniforms where they are not yet common. Whether you like it or not, clothing has a huge impact on not just the way you see yourself, but how others see you. If you've seen my latest videos, you have heard me talk about Bill Walsh. He was the 49ers football coach who focused on the small things. So, of course, he also believed in enclothed cognition. In an article for LinkedIn by Jitin G, he explains why Bill Walsh believed in dressing well. It was important to him how the players dressed at practice and the appearance they gave when taking the field. This was aimed to help develop a positive self-image, pride, and self-esteem among the players, even before the team starts winning and generating validation from fans, media, and the outer world. He believed that if you look and feel like a professional, you will end up performing like a professional. I think it's safe to say it's not a coincidence he took the 49ers from being the worst team in football to a Super Bowl win in just 3 years. The Chinese philosopher Confucius said that music reflects where society is at. I think the same goes for fashion. When you take a look at a casual day in the 1960s, everyone is well dressed. The women are in dresses and the men are in nice button-ups and suits. You look at society on a casual day in 2024, and it's all leggings and basketball shorts. And I think that accurately portrays how our world is today. We tend to choose the easy, lazy, comfortable route. Work ethic is no longer valued. Not to sound like Kim Kardashian right now.
Get your ass up and work. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Our food has dropped significantly in quality. Our clothes are cheaply made. Our tech breaks within 1 year. No, seriously, I bought the AirPods from Apple and they broke in 1 year. And no, I did not spill water on them. I never dropped them once. They just stopped working and Apple was like, tough shit. We all have the attention span of a squirrel because we're constantly looking down at our mind control devices. 54% of young people want to be influencers. It's good to have a dream job, but I think a lot of young people want to be influencers because there's this idea that it's a get rich quick and chill all day type of job, when in reality, building a personal brand takes a lot of work. We choose cheap, fast thrills over delayed gratification. We're not a thriving society anymore, and our fashion reflects that. We've entered into this era where a big chunk of society works from home now. We can now wear sweats in work meetings because no one's going to see them. But dressing up is not just about making a good impression on people. The point of dressing well every day is to make you feel good. We now have athletic companies like Athleta that are creating leggings that look like work pants. Fabric is powerful in itself. I feel so fancy and luxurious in a satin gown, and way more laid back and casual in a jersey knit dress. It doesn't matter if the pants look like work pants because they feel like leggings. If we can't even wear work pants anymore because we deem them too uncomfortable, we have a major issue.
Studies seem to show is that when people wear more formal clothing, they actually feel more powerful. They actually look more powerful to other people, but they feel that largely unconsciously, and it actually causes their brains to be in a state where they'll think more abstractly. And what that means is they'll sort of see the big picture, they'll be more creative, they're a little bit better at problem solving. So for a lot of the kinds of work that some people do, the idea of a casual Friday means maybe giving up some of the creativity and insightful thinking that you might otherwise be doing on that Friday.
Your life is not supposed to be comfortable and convenient all the time.
Here's my advice to you today. Walk away from the 97%. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Don't go where they go. Don't specialize in what they specialize in. Throw away the blame lists they cling to. Start you a new life.
I'm not saying to wear outfits that make you feel uncomfortable because that will not make you feel confident. But I am saying to pay attention to fabrics. They are just as powerful as the design of the garment. We should strive to go the road less traveled, which in today's society simply means putting on a nice pantsuit. You don't want to follow the crowd, you want to influence it. Ryan Holiday touches on this subject in his book, Discipline is Destiny. When we got back to the house, I would set the kids up to play and take a shower. I work for myself, but it's important to feel as opposed to look fresh, so I shave each morning. My work means too much to me to show up like a slob. I posted a short video summarizing this topic, and I got mixed reviews. Stop wearing leggings every day. Clothing is so powerful. It's like the little things that completely change you, like the way you dress. Clothing is so powerful because it like literally changes the way we feel. You don't need to go crazy, just like wear jeans instead. Try that for a week and tell me how you feel. Another example of this is the first thing I do in the morning is make my bed. And if I don't make my bed, I can feel it like throughout the whole day. Like my day is just off. Little things, it's the little things like that, I'm telling you. One girl stated she feels just as confident in gray sweats. I totally agree. I also feel confident in gray sweats. I think everybody does, considering it seems to be the main fashion choice today. But will your gray sweatpants enhance your cognitive abilities? Will your gray sweatpants change the way you view yourself? Will your gray sweats change the way others view you? I guess if you can convince your mind that doctors and lawyers wear gray sweats as their uniform, it might enhance your cognitive abilities. This is science. Your clothes change the way you look, feel, and behave. Dressing well can kickstart your journey to success. You're essentially brainwashing yourself with your clothing. Just like with my iPhone, dressing up is as easy as flipping the switch on my settings. It's up to you whether you want to do things in your life efficiently or not. Not using clothes to your advantage would be a damn shame. All right, class, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below and let me know your thoughts on the power of clothing. Let's have a class discussion. I am here to help you on your journey as a beginner in sewing and also to have fun discussions around elegance and womanhood. And also, let's connect on other platforms. You can find me on Etsy, which is where all of my digital sewing patterns are, and on Instagram at Juliana Zinchenko. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Class is dismissed. I will see you in our next video.